Who am I here with today?
My name is Dr. Shaquille O'Neal.
What industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
A lot of them.
What were you doing prior to becoming a business mogul?
What was I doing prior? I was killing your favorite NBA player.
You owned 155 Five Guys at one point.
I sold them.
You sold them?
Yeah, I sold them.
What's your secret to scaling in the franchise model, or just businesses in general?
The secret to scaling is one word: delegation. I can't be in 155 places at once, but I know somebody that can.
So you're really good at bringing other people in to run these businesses?
Yes, I am.
Did you come from a lot of money?
No, never.
So what was the turning point to financial freedom for you?
The secret was just having special motivation. My motivation was always being able to get my mother what she wants.
Do you believe in God?
Of course. Hey, my guy, you hungry?
Yeah.
Go get a pizza. I own it. It's all yours. Yeah, take what you want.
Thank you.
No problem.
What was the most amount of money that you've made in a single year? Guys, we just landed in Atlanta, Georgia, and we are headed right now to interview Shaquille O'Neal, who has a net worth of over $500 million. A lot of you guys have seen Shaq on TV commercials. Not only is he one of the greatest basketball players of all time in the history of the NBA, but he's also a business mogul, guys. He owns hundreds of businesses all around the country. So we're gonna be asking him the secrets to his success in becoming one of the greatest athletes ever and how he became so wealthy outside of sports. So with that being said, let's go meet with Shaq and see what he has to say. Who am I here with today?
My name is Dr. Shaquille O'Neal.
And for those that don't know, what industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
A lot of them. DJing, law enforcement, and food and beverages.
Yeah?
Pizza.
And what were you doing prior to becoming a business mogul?
What was I doing prior? I was killing your favorite NBA player.
Let me ask you this. You became one of the greatest athletes of all time, not just basketball players, one of the greatest athletes of all time. What was the biggest driving factor of success for you throughout your career?
I was a thief. Let me explain. If you see somebody that's doing better than you, and you would like to aspire to be them, steal what they're doing. So for me, I stole Michael Jordan. I stole Magic Johnson. I stole Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I stole Muhammad Ali. And I put it inside my brain, and I created me, Shaquille O'Neal.
Now, you generated and made hundreds of millions of dollars throughout your career. There's a stat Sports Illustrated just did that 1 in 3 NFL players go broke within 3 to 5 years. What's the best way to preserve that kind of wealth when you're making a lot of money? You get a lot of money dumped on you. It's easy to make a lot of money. It's hard to keep a lot of money. How have you been able to preserve hundreds of millions of dollars of that money that you made throughout your career?
I think for those who are not financially literate, learn this word, annuity.
Break that down for those that don't know it.
You need to look it up. I know what annuity means. He knows what annuity means. But your homework assignment right now, look it up.
How many businesses do you own right now?
I have no idea, and the reason I don't know how many I own, because I know who you are, and I know you're going to make us look good, but let's just say I own 1,000 businesses. I don't want it to be edited like I'm bragging, but I own a lot.
And across all of these, right, in 1 year, in terms of revenue, what was the most amount of money that you've made in a single year? You guys, we're about to get right back to this interview with Shaq, and it's about to get better and better. But real quick, I've got a very special announcement to make for you guys. So one of the biggest questions I get asked just about every single day from you guys is, how can I connect with and get access to meeting the type of people that you're interviewing, the millionaires and the billionaires that you're always interviewing? And so for that reason, I launched and created one of the biggest, one of the greatest entrepreneur communities in the entire world, called the School of Mentors, where every single week I host live mentorship calls with the biggest business owners in the entire world, from 8 and 9-figure entrepreneurs to billion-dollar company founders to people that exited and grew billion-dollar net worths, where you guys are able to ask your questions about business, about career advice, about life advice directly to them on how you can become business owners, entrepreneurs, and successful people just like the people that I interview. Some of the people that we've had on these calls, you can't even pay them for their time. For example, last week we had Stephen Klubeck, who became a billionaire after selling his company for $2.2 billion to Hilton. He taught our community how to negotiate like a billionaire, how to get access to capital and find investors to help you start and grow your business. Or how about James Keys, who was the former CEO of 2 multi-billion-dollar Fortune 100 companies, Blockbuster and 7-Eleven. He taught our community how to become a CEO and leadership. How about Cody Sperber, who runs 4 8-figure businesses? He taught our community how to invest in real estate without any money. Guys, if there's one lesson that I've learned over the last 3 years in growing this channel to over 10 million followers, and most importantly, building a multi-billion-dollar network of people that I'm connected to, it's that there's only one shortcut to success, and that is mentorship. The only way that you get get from here to the place you want to be is getting around the right people and learning everything from them so that way you can implement exactly the things that they teach you. And that's why for right now, you can get access to the millionaires and the billionaires that I interview every week by joining this community, by going down to the link in the description of this video. I can't wait to see each and every one of you guys inside of this community. With that being said, let's get back to the video. What was the most amount of money that you've made in a single year?
I have no idea because I don't do anything for monetary purposes. I'm just happy to be blessed and I'm just happy to be alive and I'm just going to continue working. But I don't know how much money I got.
In today's world, do you think somebody should start a business or franchise a business?
Both.
Break that down.
I think you should start a business if you're inspired by something and you want to do something and you think it will work and you believe it will work. Or if you see something that's working, you do it. For example, pizzeria on the campus of a busy college. I think it'll work. Let's invest.
8 out of 10 companies, they go out of business in 5 years in today's world. From your perspective, what's the most common mistake you see business owners make in today's world?
The common mistake business owners make is they think they know it all. Make sure you hire people that are smarter than you.
So what was the best advice you ever got from a mentor?
Well, I got 2 pieces of advice. One piece of advice was to save 75% and have fun with 25%. The other one was to hire people that are smarter than you.
And you've been at the table with some hitters. What's your best negotiation advice for anybody in business?
Don't talk first and start high. Oh, I'll start off at 200 million. And they'll be like, no, 110. What about 140? What about 125? Deal. If you start at 50 and their budget is 200, you just lost 150 million.
And let me ask you this. You own 155 Five Guys at one point.
I sold them.
You sold them?
Yeah, I sold them.
What's your secret to scaling in the franchise model or just businesses in general?
The secret to scaling is one word, delegation. I can't be in 155 places at once, but I know somebody that can.
So you're really good at bringing other people in to run these businesses?
Yes, I am. And so I actually learned that by winning championships. I know that having great teammates is very important to help you win championships.
Yeah. And did you come from a lot of money?
No, never.
So what was the turning point to financial freedom for you? Like, how did you know?
I saw horror stories about how 5 years after professional athletes start playing, they have nothing. I didn't want to be part of the horror story, so I had to teach myself. I made a very big mistake. The first time I got $1 million, I spent it in about 30 minutes. Bought 3 cars, I bought 3 jewelries, and I bought some suits because I didn't even know what FICO was.
And how long were you in the NBA for?
19 years.
19 years. What was the secret to that longevity? It's one thing to make it to the league. 99% of players that make it, they weed out within 2 to 3 years. How did you have 19 years of longevity at the height of your game?
The secret was just having special motivation. My motivation was always being able to get my mother what she wants. I did that for as long as I could, and of course she has what she wants, but after 19 years, when you can't do the things that the young people do anymore, you have to do something else.
Do you believe in God?
Of course.
How important has faith been for you throughout your career?
Very important. None of this is possible without God.
What was the biggest risk you ever took in business?
Not pulling the trigger when I had the opportunity to. Howard Schultz wanted to open Starbucks in the hood, so when he used the term the hood, I was thinking the hood, but I didn't know anything about, regentrification and rebeautification of, certain areas, and I didn't pull the trigger. And then Magic Johnson opened up, I think, 155 Starbucks.
And among yourself and the most highly successful people that you study and know, what is that one trait that they all have in common?
I think they're nice, I think they're humble, and I think they have great people around them. And they keep it very simple. Like Jeff Bezos said, you invest in things that's going to change people's lives. I heard him say that, and I changed my whole investment strategy, and been very, very successful. Hey, my guy, you hungry?
Yeah.
Go get a pizza. I own it. It's all yours. Yeah, take what you want.
Thank you.
No problem.
What's the number one thing that you look for in people when you're investing in a business?
I like to believe in what they believe in. Like, for example, if you was going to start this company and you came in with those beautiful eyes and told me your passion, I would definitely invest in you. So I'm a big fan of yours.
How did you find the self-belief to go make hundreds of millions of dollars throughout your career?
That's kind of a tricky question. I had an athletic advantage where I was given a lot of money to play sports, and then I took that money and leveraged it and did certain things. So I could kind of answer that question, but I really can't because for me it was all luck.
Do you think everybody's built for entrepreneurship?
I think, yes, everybody is.
And my final one for you, somebody watching this right now, they don't come from anything. Maybe they're at rock bottom, something bad just happened to them. Give them a quick 60-second blueprint, a couple pieces of advice to really stick with them. They want to become Shaquille O'Neal wealthy in today's world.
If you have a plan, write it down, figure it out. If somebody else is already doing what you're doing, watch them, steal what they're doing, add your razzmatazz to it, and you should be fine. But always believe. There will be ups and downs in this business. The longer you believe, quicker you'll make it to the top.
You got amazing advice, my friend.
Thank you,
I really appreciate you, man.
Good
It means a lot.
job.
Thank you for, I got to come with you, man.
Yours.
Thank you, my man. Appreciate you, man. You guys, that's a wrap on today's video. We just interviewed Shaquille O'Neal, one of the craziest interviews you can possibly get in this game. Not only is he one of the most famous people in the world, but he's one of the greatest athletes of all time and is now an absolute business mogul. But I need everybody watching to like and subscribe for amazing content we've got coming very, very soon with the world's leading entrepreneur entrepreneurs, athletes, celebrities, business professionals. You do not want to miss out on the content I have coming very soon. And as I mentioned earlier, guys, everybody watching needs to be a member of my private entrepreneur community to get connected directly, to get mentored directly from the millionaires and the billionaires that I interview every single week in my community. To join, go to the link in the description of this video. I can't wait to see you on the inside of my community, these school of mentors. But with that being said, I'll see you in the next video.